But Dad used to come when I milk cows, and he would come over to get me for a date when I was out milking yet. And I just thought it was too early because I had to clean up.
The first date we was on, I pulled in the yard too early. I pulled up there and I kind of looked and I didn't see it. Didn't see how that was the first date when I called when we got back together the second time. Grandpa, he come out, or I don't know if he's in the shed or come out of the house. Well, she's still milking. so we talked a little bit, and then I think I even went to the barn. And
Yeah.
she wasn't too happy with me because I come too early.
I see.
So we hit it off right away.
All right. It's going to move into your married life here a little bit. How were the first, say, how long have you been married?
Got married in 61.
Yeah.
So
64 now, so it was 63 years it's going to be.
Yeah. 63, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
that would be right.
So how would you describe the first 10 years of your marriage? What are the highs and lows? What was
Well, the highs would be we had 10
We had
years. Gee, we had five. No,
all 5 of
it
them
did-
already.
Yeah. We
'Cause
had 3
it-
girls right away. Yeah.
yeah.
We had Annette and Sandra and Sharon pretty quick because they were born in 63. Yeah, 63. And then there was a break because Dr. Burns said I got toxemia and said I shouldn't have any children for a while. So that's why
Then you
when Dwayne come that
you were
long.
born in 70, right?
Yes.
So yeah, okay.
So there's that many
10
years.
years. Yeah, we had a bunch of children.
Yeah,
Did you guys talk about how many children you wanted or anything
We
like
never.
that? Or
we never did. no.
never discussed
No,
things like that?
no, I don't remember. No, we're going to have 2 kids, 3 kids. Or
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So who handled the finances?
Well, Grandma, she wrote the checks and all that stuff.
I see.
We lived pretty frugal because Dad didn't make too much
No.
then. And we had all those kids.
Well,
So I stayed home
yeah, well, yeah, you stayed home till Steve was started
Yeah.
school.
until Steve went to school. Then I started working at the school part-time.
That helped.
And then later on it was full-time up to when Barb Schroeder went to Lennox. She was my boss, and then I become the boss in T here, in charge. And all together through the years of part-time, through being a supervisor, it was 30 years I worked.
So, no, I always told him Grandma saved the farm because she was making some money then, or getting so she could pay the bills.
Yeah.
The house,
Yeah.
and keep things going. And I was buying machinery and doing other stuff, and we had some tough crops. But
Yeah.
when Elma went to started working at school, we had a steady. You want to save the farm.
First it was part-time, yeah.
Yeah.
Then pretty soon it was full-time,
Yeah.
and then I was in charge right before our district becomes separated from Lennox.
Yeah.
Because when Barb went to Lennox as a supervisor there, because that supervisor there retired, then I become the one in charge in T.
The one thing then, being we were already in town,
Yeah.
kids
Could walk.
They could all walk to school, and Alma could walk until, of course, when
Until
high
the-
school, then she had to drive up.
Yeah, that was farther away at the north
always-
end of town.
Told the guys that if I went broke farming, I was already in town, so I didn't. And the kids' family was already here, so that would be no problem.
So you got married. Did you go on a honeymoon?
No.
No, we hit Mitchell the first night, and then we went from there. We
Drove around.
ended up down Nebraska, did a sweep, and come through Yankton. I think we were home the 3rd day.
Yeah.
Because then we wanted we'd gotten some money from the wedding, and we were pretty frugal. We didn't want to spend too much.
Yeah.
I think we wanted to buy a fruit or something. I don't know. We'd bought a mobile home
Yeah.
from Heisman's before we got married.
That was my next question. Where was your very first home? What was that? Where
Frenchie's
was it?
Trailer Court,
Yeah.
Sioux Falls, on Burnside Avenue.
Frenchie's on Burnside.
Frenchie's Log Cabin.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, there's any landmarks around there yet? The log cabin's still there.
Yep.
So it was
Oh,
right
it-
next to the log cabin.
It was the first.
It
one.
was the first
You come in the
site.
yeah, when you come in the driveway there, we were right there. And then there was a laundromat down the corner.
Yeah,
On,
a half a block away.
so you're on you were southeast of the log cabin? You were our east?
East,
On
yeah,
the side?
right
We'd
east.
be southeast. First,
A first
it was
lot.
like
First
this.
lot.
Here's log cabin, and here's where we were right by the driveway.
Wow. Is it still there?
I-
Well, not that
No.
trailer.
I don't know what's
I
there.
suppose
I don't
there's
The
think
log cabin's still there. I know that. But
is
Did you have a
there
picture when we had the cars parked out in front? I suppose you got a picture.
somewhere.
we'll have to track that down.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then Barb and Larry, they lived up by the drive-in theater.
Yeah.
There was a mobile
another
court up
another
And that
trailer
was further
park.
west,
Yeah,
northwest.
kind of northwest. Was
Yeah,
the
that's
sport,
slanted.
sport bowl.
That was up there too. Yeah.
yeah. Because then we had a bad winter and we walked up to Barb and Larry's, or they walked to our house. One way or the other, I can't remember. We couldn't drive because it was too much snow.
Well, that's when we'd go out to your folks, and we'd walk in from the road. We'd park out in the road. They couldn't get out. And stuff.
Yeah,
And we'd
because there wasn't the machinery to move snow either then.
So, where was your second home? Where did you move from there? What happened?
Well, we moved out to T here by the old Kerr McGee gas station down here, where who's there? Oh,
on-
Cubby's is now.
First in Maine.
Yeah.
There was a little house across the street from there, and that was kind of a Bill and Bertha Hoffman owned the house, and that was kind of the starting point for a lot of couples. They come to T and they'd be in that house. They'd be there for a year or two and move, but that was their starter home. And T was
That home's not there anymore.
No,
Jeff Nelson bought it, and he moved the original house off, and then went to Sioux Falls. That was a small one, and he moved a bigger. The one there is now is one Jeff moved in. It's a
I
little
see.
bigger and rents out. And they lived right west of that. Bill and Bertha did, and they were very good
neighbors, yeah.
neighbors. Yeah, they looked out for us pretty good.
So from there, then you moved to this home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What year was that? What year did you move?
Well, if you look out in the cement out there, 63 is when we poured that cement, and that was
Yeah.
in spring.
Yeah.
So that's when we moved in.
That's when we moved here then.
Yeah, because that's the first thing I did. I put in the
It was right after Sandra and Sharon were
Yeah.
born.
Yeah,
Because that house was getting too small.
yep. And her dad owned the house.
Yeah.
Her dad owned this house. So when the couple that lived there, he worked at the elevator, and then he went back to Val. They moved back to Val, and that's where he come from. So as soon as this opened up, that's how we got in here.
So George bought the house and was renting it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we would pay him,
Oh, so
After-
you rented it
yeah.
from your
Yeah.
Dad, yeah, or
Okay.
paid him towards buying it.
So, Mom, as you think back on your life, what are you most proud of?
That I taught and then worked in food service for 30 years, so I think that would be the things that I was most proud of. I was also president of our ALCW, which is a Women's Lutheran Church, and I helped with Sunday school and Bible school.
Church come first.
Yeah. And a scout leader. I was a scout leader for up through cadets with the girls and the boys also.
How
a while.
many Eagle Scouts did you have?
I don't know how many, but there were
There's some Eagle
3 or
Scouts.
4. Yeah.
So you're saying you're most proud of your service to others.
Yeah, I would say that's
Yeah.
Okay, Dad, looking back on your life, what are you most proud of?
Well, I'd say you kids, girls and the boys. Mom raised you pretty much little. It seemed like if I had any regrets, it's sometimes that I should have did some more things than what I did. But I thought I had to work all that darn farm, and you think you got to go out and work all the time. But if I had regrets, that would be one of them. But no, and Elma's probably the one. If I want to say she saved me, not that I didn't go to church and stuff, but she kept us on the path. You know, me and you guys. And no, she got involved. I got involved. That was.
Yeah, because the girls and the boys in our family belonged to 4-H.
Yeah, you were.
But they had a leader, so I didn't have to be leader.
No, but you helped.
But I went to the meetings with them and
Yeah.
helped them with the projects and stuff. But we never had livestock because you didn't get involved.
Well, we had cows and calves. And we had
yeah,
hogs
but
out.
not in 4-H.
Oh, no.
I kind of did a FFA project with hogs that
Yeah.
we worked together on.
Yeah, it seems like I would think the way I describe myself, I was more after you guys got in high school, or let's say got that age,
Yeah.
I was more involved, or like I always told the girls, you know, if mom gets a little tough, come and see me or something. You know what I mean? That's probably where I backed them up, or backed you guys up. No, but that speaks good. You know, I remember one thing. When was that? How old would the girls in high school then? You remember somebody said, well, because you guys, you're so religious, you know, the family and stuff. You know, who was it said that? But I can't remember. But I got a big kick out of that because we never thought we were so religious.
Ken Hoffman said that.
Or something. Somebody said.
And he wondered how come our kids were so nice looking. He didn't know exactly what he meant by that.
Huh.
But, you know, here it is. We're doing our thing and church and being good to people and thinking, not being nice and everything. And everybody said, it sounds kind of funny when I say that, but people thought we were so religious and we didn't know that we were that religious. Does that make sense?
Yes. You didn't outwardly throwing the Bible at anybody or wearing big crosses.
No, but I guess is that we
but through your actions,
Yeah.
people thought that you.
Yeah. So
actually, that's a great testimony to your lives. So that's something to be extremely proud of, that you glorified your God in heaven through your actions.
yeah,
So I'm going to give you both questions in one. So if you had any advice you could give your grandchildren, what would that be? And then the second part is, what advice, along that same vein, what advice would you give to your great-grandchildren? And
I would say to serve God and people in your life, because you're already rewarded for that. Even when you don't realize that you are. Somehow I will get blessings or rewards for that.
one thing you learn, there's always somebody watching us.
Yeah.
Not just us. I mean, watching you, and like even you, Dwayne, and stuff, and different your neighbors or your relatives. Everybody, you can't do nothing, and that's nothing against anybody, but because we watch somebody else.
Yeah.
But that's what I tell different people, even grown-ups. I said, man, there's always somebody watching you, so why not? You know, be good and be careful. You know what to say. Don't. You know, a good old saying is, what is that one? I live by. If you can't say nothing nice, it's an old one. If you can't say nothing nice about somebody, don't say it at all. You know, that's one thing. Another thing with me, I'd say, and I've told, I don't know if I told you guys, maybe I did, don't overthink things so much, you know, and I'm guilty of that myself. You think about something too long, and you sometimes make more crap for yourself by overthinking things, you know, and I've told the girls, and like up at Madison there and different ones, I've said, hey, just relax. I know one thing I've learned in a lifetime. If I'm worried about something and worked up about something or thinking about it, overthinking things, and I know I've told that to some of the kids, but I go to bed at night, and in the morning I usually got my answer.
Yeah.
When I wake up and pretty much got my answer what I was thinking of, and I think that's the good Lord. That's how when I wake up, whatever that first thought is, yep, that's works for me. I mean,
So you believe that's how God
yes,
talks to you?
yes. No, if I didn't have God looking out for me, I'd been a goner. I've been shot and I've been in accidents, and they talk about 8, 9 lives.
Yeah.
Man, if I didn't have somebody riding shotgun with me, I'd been a goner a long time ago, because we were in that car accident south of Aberdeen before we got married.
Yeah.
And I got shot at the gas station down there, and then had the fence post deal. I broke my neck, tipping the tractor over north of town. No, we've had a very good life, and you don't have to be a show off or anything. Do things and do it because let's see, how would you say it? We do good things because God is good for us. We're not trying to do good things to get in God's graces, because we've already had that. He already died for our sins.
Yeah.
So we're doing it because God's good for us. We don't do good things to try and get better, because He's already taken care of it. But you got to understand that.
Yeah.
You know. And like I tell kids and grandkids and even my great-grandkids, if it's 100 years from now, hey, don't be scared to cry. No, don't worry.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
But I don't know about them ones you want to tape for great-great-grandkids.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't be scared to cry. Don't hold it in. You got to let it out.